And Morning Combat coming back at you. Big name coming back after 2-year absence. February 20th, Showtime. It's AB about boxing. The Can Man, Mr. HBO, but we don't call him that anymore. It's Adrien Broner. Hey, AB, look, tell me if I'm wrong here. I feel like boxing needs you. Boxing needs AB back in business here. Can we admit that?
Yeah, of course we can admit that. Don't get me wrong, you got great, good fighters, great fighters. You know, Gervonta Davis, Earl Spence, Sean Porter, Teofimo, Devin, and Ryan Garcia. But you know, you know, Adrien Broner is just different. You know, when you say the name Adrien Broner, everybody watches. Your grandmother, your stepson, everybody's going to watch Adrien Broner.
Who's jumping in the camera with us right here, AB? Who you got?
My son, Adrian, man.
What's
It's
happening?
Adrian.
Yes. Look,
Go back and play in the living room.
you know the
Oh,
questions following you. You know the ups and downs you've had outside of the ring, a 2-year break, all that stuff. You had a couple setbacks, but we stayed loyal. We're still down, okay? I'm speaking spoil you to you from your fantastic splurge into the rap game, but I'm saying for real here, it's been a difficult road. Did you always believe you were going to get back to this spot right here, headlining Prime Premium Cable TV, and not, being a bad headliner, walking away from the sport for good?
um, with me, that's why I just be myself. I knew that the fans, they would always appreciate me, even though I got ones that hate me, I got ones that love me. But even the ones that hate me, they love me. They love to see me fight. So I just try to be myself. And now that I'm back February 20th, I'm gonna put on a great show.
Is this 140 pounds? What your comeback is going to be at?
Yeah, 140 pounds.
Now, could you ever make 135 if you had to, wanted to? Because as you mentioned, it's boxing's overflowing with amazing names right now, right around that lightweight division.
Um, you know, uh, I I probably could, but right now it's like, for what, because I really don't need to fight none of those guys. You know what I'm saying? With my career, I just got to do what's best for me and go out there and put on great shows and get back to me and stay at the weight that I'm comfortable at. So, I haven't been at 135 pounds for so long. It'd probably be tough, but if it presents itself, I can make it. Bet.
AB,
Oh, that.
how much you got left in the tank here? All right, not just your phone battery, but in your quickness, your power, your speed, your boxing IQ, your toughness. How are you feeling once you got back in there and shed that weight and started hitting the bag again?
Oh, I feel good, man. Everything is still there, and even with people who was watching and people who came to watch it, my sparring partner, like, oh shit, he's nothing's left. You still the same. So everybody will see February 20th.
Do you feel like you have ever used all the tools you had in a single fight and showed how great you can be?
Uh, I don't think so, honestly. But I still got a lot more years to put on great performances. And February 20th, I will start.
Your opponent is going to be Jovanie Santiago at 140 pounds. This wasn't the original name. For a while, I'd heard Evan Redcock for about 6 months. This guy was knocking on your front door trying to get a fight. How did you end up with Santiago as the opponent?
At this point, I didn't give a fuck who got it. Man, they could have said Donald Trump, and I was like, all right, let's do it. But I'm just ready to fight, and I'm ready to put on a great show.
All right, AB, there's the critics who say if you threw more punches, you'd outbox a lot of these guys, that you love your power so much, you get into close rounds, you brawl with them. Is there any truth to that when you go back with your trainers and look at the tape? Do you think you throw enough punches to win the score on the scorecards?
Of course. Different fighters make me do different things, but I think I've been working my ass off, and I'm back in enough shape to where I can do whatever. So it don't matter. Whatever I got to do to get the victory, I'll be able to do.
Adrien, fighters fight for different things at different times, right? It could be money, glory, chasing celebrity, could be a lot of different things. This time around, what are you most fighting for?
My legacy, man. I think if I was to really retire forever, I'll be inducted to the Hall of Fame. But I just feel like I got more to do, and I got more championships to win. So that's my goal. I'm gonna be world champion again.
There's a fella they call the Rougarou, Regis Prograis. He uses your name a lot in his mouth. Are you okay with this? This man wants to fight you badly.
It don't matter, man. That's what guys do. When they want your spot, even though you've been retired forever, but you know, I still shake up the scene of boxing. Adrien Broner is still one of the biggest names in boxing, so he can say my name, but I don't give two fucks about him.
Do you think your pay-per-view brand has been hurt at all from some of the arrests or some of the things you've had to go through outside the ring?
No, I think that add on to it. Even with my regular life, you know, uh, it bring more light to my career because boxers, you know, let's say like whoever the guy you just said, what's his name?
Regis Prograis?
Yeah, him, whatever that guy. Like you can go say his name to whoever just walking up the street, they won't know him. See what I'm saying? If you're not into boxing, but if you go say Adrien Broner, they'll be like, oh, that's that one guy who did this or who got in trouble for that or who did this. So I take the bitter with the sweet.
All right, AB. When you came out with this album of hits, man, I was getting down with "Spoil Ya." There was a few other songs I was playing in the rotation. How do you feel it was received? How happy were you with the first album there?
I was happy, but with music it's a lot different, man. And right now I'm just real very focused on boxing. I got another album that's ready, but I think I'm gonna focus on this fight and then I'm gonna drop it. But right now I'm just focused on boxing.
Speaking of boxing, you've got such a big name. It's inevitable, it seems, that you get by this comeback test against Santiago, that they're going to start trying to match you with big names. You bring the business. Is there one name in terms of a super fight that you think will be the biggest of your career that you're coveting? Is there one, like, for Floyd, it was Manny. Who's your Manny in that regard? You already fought Manny.
I fought Manny. Shit. Um, I just said this to someone, but everybody's putting on exhibitions. Shit, I told Floyd, let's do it, man. The world will want to see it. Then they'll pay top dollar to see it, and it won't blemish his record. So let's do it.
Well, AB, I loved in Washington, D.C. that time when you scored a victory and you in the post-fight interview said, me and Floyd, he's got to see me. And Floyd didn't really respond to that. He was laughing. He was kind of joking. That wasn't a joke to me. I felt that you meant it. Why didn't he see you?
Um, I don't know. Uh, well, I can tell you a couple reasons, but I'm not trying to take this interview here. I've matured and I put that to the past with the thing that me and Floyd did. We really never had nothing going on because if we see each other today, right now, we're gonna speak, we're gonna talk, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna hug. That's my big brother. I love him to death, and he got love for me. But it is what it is.
All right. I would have been there for that one. You mentioned exhibitions. There's a big market these days, whether you're 54-year-old Mike Tyson or you're the damn Paul brothers from YouTube or NBA players. Everybody wants to box. Would you ever have interest in fighting a Conor McGregor or a Jake Paul or any of these guys in kind of a weird circus fight?
Of course, hell yeah. If it's big money in there. And it's in entertainment. It's entertainment. You got these guys. They're born. The boxers don't know how to sell themselves, and one reason I've been able to do what I do and be successful is because I sell myself and I just be myself and I make people want to see me fight. So it's all about entertainment at the end of the day.
All right. All right. Look, a lot of us being very honest these days about our mental health journey, and the quarantine has, made it hard for me. It's made it hard for a lot of us being stuck at home and stuff. What has been your secret in sort of, getting back on track mentally, and, did you have an inspirational turning point? How did you get to where you are now?
Um, I woke up one day. I was drunk as fuck the night before, and I woke up and I said, you know what? I looked right up in there. I was staying in some hotel, and I looked right up and I called Gerald Tucker, and I was like, that's one of my coaches that's coaching today. And I was like, you know what? I'm done drinking. And everybody didn't believe it. I was like, you know what? I'm done drinking. I'm gonna start back training, and I'm gonna get back serious with boxing. And from that day on, it was just like, let's do it. And I told myself from that day that I would be a world champion again. And I just been pushing forward since that every day.
AB, I want to give you a little bit of respect here and say that when you fought Maidana, it's like a defining fight in your career, and you guys put on a war, to be honest, and one that I
Yeah.
think broke the internet. And even though it was your first defeat, people don't remember that you were coming on in that fight, and that if it had gone 15, let's say, under the old rules, I feel like Madonna was fading and you were getting there. Did you feel like you had him close to maybe being stopped in those final rounds?
Yeah, I think I would have stopped him. I think I would have, if it was a 15-round fight, I would have stopped him because I still had everything in the tank. I was good. I was good to go 18 rounds. I was good. But I'm glad that fight went the way it did, because if I would have won that fight, I was already a wrecking ball. I was already young. I was unstoppable, and in my mind, I was just doing whatever. You know, I don't know. I'd probably be dead. I don't know. You know, it. Life was. I was living life crazy then, and you know, God put you in situations that He know you can handle. That He know you can handle. So, I think that happened for a reason, and I don't ever question the man upstairs. So, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm back on track, and we're gonna get everything we deserve.
I appreciate that introspection, AB. That's good stuff. One other thing I appreciate is every time I talk to Gervonta Tank Davis, obviously, another rising star in this sport, he mentions you as a mentor and says that's been a very important relationship, in almost like you making the mistakes for him to see and learn from, and your wisdom. How important has that relationship been to you?
Um, Great, man. Tank, that's my baby brother, man. We talk about everything. We do a lot of things together, and he do come to me when he got to ask serious questions, or when he just want to learn something. I tell him the truth. I don't lie to him. And even when we out and we go through things, I'll take the blame, or I just don't want him to go through nothing that I had to go through, because he's the pretty boy. He's like the good face of boxing. So you know I don't care about taking a rap for anything. So I don't give a fuck. But you know like I tell him, man, just try to keep a clean face, and do this, don't do that, or you shouldn't do that. I sometimes I have to step up, like, look, we ain't doing that. We don't need to do that. So he a great kid, man. He really listens.
Well, a name he gets linked with a lot because the guy runs his mouth is Ryan Garcia. He seems to want that fight. He seems to want
Yeah.
all the smoke. Pacquiao, I'm sure he wants to fight you. You believe in this guy, Ryan guy? You think he's got a chin? I mean, is he legit?
uh Ryan, he's an entertainer. I mean, what can I say? He's promoting his brand, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. uh I don't think a fight with him and Pacquiao would be good for his career at this moment. But if it happened, it'd be big. Ryan got almost 9 million followers on Instagram. He's promoting himself great. But it'll be good for boxing.
All right, we'll see you back in there February 20th on Showtime. It's going to be a big night on premium cable again when you go in there at 140 pounds. Jovanie Santiago, I believe I said that right, is the opponent. Final question. When you fought Pacquiao, you said this one's for the hood. Who is February 20th for?
It's for the culture, man. It's for the culture. Black History Month.
Well said. AB, good luck to you. Great to have you back where you belong.
All right.
Go get him.